Alright, today we're going to be putting the accessory drive on. I kind of like don't really have a clue how this is going to go. We have a bunch of brackets from LSX Innovations. They make a lot of LS stuff, but one of the bigger things they do is they make brackets because, you know, I can buy a brand new alternator, but it's kind of hard to find a bracket. So they make brackets, they're billet brackets. So if you wanted to make your like setup look nicer, you could do that. But they're also really good for swap stuff. And I was pricing out like trying to find used brackets, and you know, one, really hard to find. Two, like the cost ends up being really similar. So I just went with them. They were willing to send me this stuff because they're like a super awesome company. They're really cool. Like huge shout out to them for being so cool. I just realized I don't have a cap for this power steering pump that I bought off eBay. But we're about to open this stuff. I haven't looked at it yet, so I'm really excited. Okay, so I think this is the steam port stuff, if I remember correctly. Or it might be, oh, I know what this is. This is, they sent me a bunch of sensor adapter fittings, so I can adapt like aftermarket sensors and stuff. And then this is, man, it sucks because I talked to them about all this stuff so long ago. Taking me so freaking long to do this. Okay, so this is missed stuff that we might not use. Again, super awesome company. They're like, hey, we'll send you some of this other stuff too, just in case you need it. No worries. Like, oh, man, I can't say enough about them. Really, really nice people over there. And the biggest thing for me is how affordably priced a lot of this stuff is. Like, these brackets are not very expensive. You know, I expected, a bunch of you had commented about them, and I expected them to be, you know, I don't know, like 100, 150, 200 bucks a bracket, and they're like, a lot of them are like 50 bucks, 60 bucks, 30 bucks. So I think it's really cool that they're making something that is in high demand, but not asking some ridiculous premium for it. You don't see that a lot today. You also don't see me cutting this open with any success. So this, I think, I don't know. Oh, I think they put instructions and everything. That's sick. So this is power steering bracket, which makes sense. So let's see how this guy bolts on. Oh, I see. So it's threaded here. Bolts on like that. And it's going to bolt to the motor at these 3 points. The other cool thing is they include hardware to bolt it to the motor. This is like such a challenge I've been dealing with the clutch, you know, because it's like I got the clutch stuff, but then I need the hardware, and like I was talking about before, when you do a swap, you generally don't have bolts for stuff. You know, if you got like a long block or a short block with no accessories, you're not going to have bolts, and that's like the nickel and dime stuff, and that's the stuff that's annoying. Like, I was worried. I was like, I hope this stuff comes with bolts, because I don't have all the bolts that I'm going to need for all these brackets. So that's gonna suck because I'm gonna have to go to the part hardware store again and buy like all these different size bolts. All right, I'm gonna open the rest of these, sort it out, and then we'll continue forward. Okay, I've got everything open up here. I realize I don't have a thermostat housing, or water pump gaskets. That's kind of a bummer. I think we'll have time to run to the parts store. Yeah, I want to get started though. I want to get some progress on charge my phone. So I think we will start with the alternator first. Seems like the easiest option. Oh no, that's one hole. But right now, I think we're good. I don't think we need to drill or tap anything. Okay, so it goes like this. Got spacers, got bolts. Just gonna try to put it on. Oh, you probably can't see anything. Okay, so this goes in front, like so, and then we've got these spacers, which slide on here, and then, yeah, that looks right. Oh, I just put it on here, you can't see that either. I'm being a bad cameraman today. Can you see that? Is it focusing? Okay, so we could use this third guy here. Seems like it would make sense. I think we'll do that. We're gonna tap this hole real quick because they sent me the drone tap kit, so might as well, right? Why not? Aluminum is so easy to tap, going quite smoothly. I'm just gonna run it in until it bottoms out, which would be right there. Bada bing, you can see all the metal that came out. Yeah, that hole came out beautiful. I gotta show you guys that. Look at how, oh, you can see it from up there. Look at that beautiful hole. Not the first time you guys have heard that, huh? Okay, cameraman Taylor's on the case. I'm gonna actually put the camera in the right spot this time. And then this guy threaded. Beautiful, look at that. We have an alternator. So now we have this idler pulley, which goes like this. A little bolt, a little washer. I'm realizing how much easier this is going to be than I was expecting it to be. I'm used to like weird factory stuff. It's got like, okay, how does this guy go? Oh, like this. You know what I mean? Like a Miata, like the bracket has like 3-4 pieces to it, and just like weird stuff like that. And this is just so simple. It's cake, my friends. So now we put, there's this, I'll show you when we get there. Okay, so this spacer goes in like that, and then we'll sandwich behind the pump itself. I'm just gonna push these through, kind of like hold the spacer on with it. The spacer has a flange on the back, so that's what sits in this hole. Pretty self-explanatory, but in case you didn't know, I think I'll have the right size Allen on the first go. Boom. Power steering pump installed. What a tough process. I'm gonna tighten these real quick by hand, all of them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to tap the pulley on. I don't have the right size bolt from what I'm seeing. Which ironically is the size of the bolts that I had yesterday, thinking that those are for the flywheel. All right, that's all the way on. So we just need to get a bolt for it, but it's on at least. So I went to the parts store and got a serpentine belt. It should be the standard F-body one because I'm using the F-body power steering pump and alternator. And this belt is, the AC system is its own belt on the F-body, so this should work. Water pump gasket, so we can put that on. Bolt for the power steering pump, pulley I hope, and cap for the power steering pump. I was going to get intake manifold gasket so we could really complete this thing, and I totally forgot. So we'll have to do that another day, but we got more stuff to do. So I knew that box was coil pack brackets, which I don't need right now. But we're remote mounting the coils, which there's the extension harness they sent me, but I forgot they sent me a heater hose U so I can loop the water pump, like the heater hose ports, and they sent me all the stuff I need for the steam port. Where's the, you can see braided line and such. So we're gonna do that too, but we're gonna do the belt tensioner over there before we, because that should be the last hard thing, knock on wood. Okay, so now we have the tensioner, which I just realized the water pump has to go on first, so we're gonna do that first. JK. Should we have 6 bolts? We should have 6 bolts. We're missing one. Alright, so same process here as with pretty much everything else. Ew, what is that? Why is that there? There's like a big glob of wax on this. All right, I think we're good now. So what we're gonna do is stick the bolts through, and then we'll slide the gasket onto the bolts. And we'll just put the whole thing on as one unit. Okay. So it seems like you kind of got to work it on to get them seated completely all the way around. Like you'll hear that pinging, and that's kind of popping all the way on. This side seems like it might need to go a little tighter. All right, I gotta look at the pictures again. Let's see. So we got this like this with this. Dang it, I put that Allen away and I need it now. Okay, now we need to put one of these in the back. I would assume it's this short one. Yes. This is gonna be our adjustment for our tensioner. We're just gonna leave them hand tight. So then should be two of these that mount it up here. So this is a manual tensioner. I just decided I wanted to go with the manual one because if I was having any like high RPM belt slip issues, which is a thing I've noticed before, I can just tighten it down more. Okay, so now we should just need to install the pulley. Looks like it's unidirectional. Alright, moment of truth. Will the serpentine belt fit? Maybe, if I have any clue how to route it. So I think this, and up under here, and under here, back around here. Yeah. Okay, so now we can tighten it up, get it nice and tight, and then we'll tighten this 15 down. Okay, so now we'll just tighten this. Alright, looks to be good. Oh, we need to put the bolt in the power steering pump pulley. Almost forgot about that. I sincerely hope this is the right bolt. Yeah, just need a washer. It's 3/8-16. Cool. Okay, moving on. We're gonna do the hardest part of the whole project this evening. That was tough, guys. That was a struggle. So I'm just gonna connect the two ports for now. My rear port is already blocked off, like from the factory, so I'm not really gonna mess with connecting to the rear ports right now. Boom. You're gonna need hose clamps for this, but for now, we're just gonna throw it on there. All right, one more thing. Gotta complete the look. Well, that's a problem. Oh no, we're good. Ooh. That is gonna be mighty close. When I say mighty close, I mean it's touching. We might have to, oh man, that's gonna be, why is it like that? We might have to shave this down if we do end up keeping this intake manifold. It wouldn't require much shaving, but we'll hold off. That is what it looks like complete. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. It's like almost ready to go in. All right, well, that actually went much better than expected, mainly because of like actually having nice instructions on how to do everything. Like, that's really cool. They send that out with every packet, and they send out the hardware and stuff. Literally all you have to buy is whatever part it is. Alternator, you've got everything else, which is really cool, because I was like, man, I'm so tired of going to the parts store last minute for bolts, spending an hour and a half of my night working on the car just getting bolts. So it's really cool that they include all the hardware you need and everything. Check them out down below. Again, they make brackets and like steam port stuff. They make like tons and tons and tons of stuff, like motor mounts and all sorts of stuff. So huge thank you to them. Yeah, I don't know. The motor looks like a motor now. I mean, the engine, it looks like an engine now. I'm like super excited about that. It looks like it's ready to go in the car, because it pretty much is. The only thing we really need to do before it goes in the car is the headers. You know, we need to pull the manifolds off, clean them up, and then get them ceramic coated. So I mean, we're there, and we're just waiting on the Miata to get back from the cage. So like, yes, like it's happening. It's happening. There's intake manifold and a couple other things that we have to do, but all stuff that's like no more difficult in the car. So again, I think the headers, and then that's it for stuff that we need to do while it's out of the car. So I'm stoked. We're on schedule. Things went well. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.